Hello, I'm Mrs. Carroll and I'm Assistant Vice Principal and CTL for English. So I'm here today to talk to you about the AQA English Language and Literature course that you can study at A-level. In order to study this course, you need to get your maths and your English, but you also need a grade 6 in both language and literature. That is really important. It is a very challenging course, but obviously that's why we love teaching it, and that's why our students love studying it as well. So, in A-level English then, you will begin in Year 12 by studying the classic Gothic novel Frankenstein. You look at the context of Frankenstein, you look at Mary Shelley and her fascinating life, and then obviously you study the plot and the characters. And it leads up to an essay question where you are given an extract and then you write an essay about a theme, a character, or a relationship. It's something that you would be used to doing. It's quite similar to the Jekyll and Hyde question on the GCSE paper. You will also study an anthology of poetry, but they're all by the same poet. We study Carroll Duffy, and you might recognise Carroll Duffy because you might have studied one of her poems at GCSE. You will also study the Paris module, and the Paris module is an anthology of texts that are all about Paris, fiction and non-fiction, and it's all just analysis. You're used to doing that. It's just like paper 2 GCSE really. So they're all things that you're used to, but you're just raising that bar when you get to Year 12. In your second year of the course, you move on to 3 different modules, and you'll study these as well as revising your previous modules. You will start studying Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby, but you won't be writing an analysis of The Great Gatsby. Instead, it's all about your creative writing skills. So in The Great Gatsby module, you get to recast, you get to write part of the novel from a different character's perspective, showing off your really ambitious vocabulary, punctuation, all of that stuff that you've done at GCSE, but also really adopting a new character voice. And then you will write a commentary analysing your own choice of language. You will also study the play A Streetcar Named Desire, and you will analyse that in terms of its themes, focusing particularly on conflict. Now, the most important and the most exciting part of the course is then the NEA. That's the coursework module. And the great thing about the NEA is you get a choice of texts. You get to choose one literary text and one non-literary text that join thematically, that link together thematically, and you get to study that and analyse that from the perspective that you want to take. So you almost give yourself a question. And that's fantastic, isn't it? Because it allows you to choose the text that you love to read and write about. So in terms of your assessment, you are not formally assessed until the end of Year 13. So that's when your actual kind of exams will take place at the end of Year 13. Obviously, throughout Year 12 and 13, at each assessment point, we will give you a mock exam so that we can see where you've got to. In terms of future opportunities from English, the truth is that if you do an English A-level, it opens so many doors to you. You can do pretty much anything with an English A-level because obviously it shows that you're a good reader, a good writer and a good communicator, which really you need for any job that you'll ever go into in the future. Some more English related careers are things such as teacher, journalist, librarian, lawyer, public relations manager or social media manager. So those are ones that are kind of very, very closely linked. But as I said, all employers and all universities as well, which is quite important, are really, really going to be impressed by you if you've got a good A-level in English language and literature. So we really, really hope that you come to study with us and that you study our subject, and we look forward to seeing you next year. Thank you very much.